128, 129. Sorry. Just flying through them. Doesn't even matter. It's all now. It's all today. It's all here. It's all now.
Right now.
We're pushing.
In the rain.
Loving life. Life is good. You want to get started with a quick prayer? And then
Yeah,
jump on in?
let's do it, man.
Hell yeah. I'll hit this one.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, either way, I'm good for it. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Take us there.
Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to come to you in this moment and say thank you for this moment and thank you for our lives. Thank you for all the provision you provided since before the beginning of time. Allow us that true attitude of gratitude, spirit of appreciation. Do not let us get lost in the little things. You are in the smallest of moments. So we appreciate you for that. We appreciate you for our stories. We trust you. We love you. We know your timing is impeccable. Never been late. Never been late. May not be early, but you've never been late. It's a story that's outside of our comprehension, but you've given us the gift of our comprehension of our story. And through that analysis, hopefully you allow these thoughts and these articulations of those thoughts to help stimulate us towards you and to feel the truth that is life itself, and appreciation for that will allow us to manifest your story full of abundance and blessings and grace. Allow us to do this so for everyone who's listening, whoever comes into contact with at this time. In Jesus Christ, let me pray. Amen.
Amen. It's a beautiful prayer, brother.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Praying the demons out.
Well done.
Just taking the moment. We're talking about the wolf hierarchies. Truth of that. Seeing these things that Jordan Peterson's talking about play out in life.
Yeah, they're real.
If you're the top wolf, you gotta take if you're like the best server, you gotta take like the toughest table. Like this is a VIP, like critic. We gotta be hitting. It's a full machine. There's a whole, like, we're all doing our part. Kitchen's gotta execute, boss gotta execute, we gotta execute. And it's outside of our control completely. You know, you can't really do all of it.
Man,
But
yeah.
if you're doing it, yeah, because it was like
these systems, man.
it's just
Sorry, go
the
ahead.
truth. No, it was just we had I guess a critic that was like a validates and accredits for Forbes statuses for like hotels and stuff or whatever. I guess they've created their own rating system, but they come in and it's like, who's gonna get the Forbes lady? It's like it's got to be you.
Yeah, right.
All right, here we go.
See, that's the
Let's
thing.
hoop.
So
Let's hoop.
sometimes maybe it's because our experience of understanding like what the role of server is, we know that that's like the biggest dragon you have to be able to slay from the other side. Like, sure, things get complicated. There's people who have importance or influence or some kind of authority, and you're going to have to like perform really well for their service. Like, what is that? You know, that's something that's very real. But if you're just looking at like what you value in a server, like as a server, that's like the hardest thing you're gonna have to do. So then like being competent with being able to do all the little things around what is the good service, you know? Can you pull up and deliver great service all the time? That's kind of the call of that dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to like perfect that craft. It's difficult. You have to figure out how you say things, why you say them, how do you organize them,
How to act in different situations and types of situations.
with different kinds of people, right? And then all of a sudden, it also gets to a place where if you're talented enough, in my opinion, then you realize that there's somewhat of a hypnosis to your presentation. Then how well do you maintain the hypnosis?
You're figuring through the cadence of your speech with your spiels and your responses to certain types of things that are happening that have repeatedly happened over a long time of doing it.
Yeah.
It's like there's like categories of things that happen, and like you have like mental synapses for each one.
Yeah, we have audibles for every set we get. You know,
oh, they didn't like this wine, or oh, they're looking at their steak like this, or oh, they're asking about this thing.
Yeah, there's only so many
I
branches.
always get these questions. Like, yeah. Let me brush up on that dungeon.
Yeah. No, you're so right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what goes into it. That's what I'm saying. That's the dedication. Like that's all up here. You know. Like, you got to watch your film. That's what I'm trying to do with, like, a post shift every day. It's like, I don't really care what happens in the post shift. Just the post shift is to just put it in your mind while you're leaving that, like, you could think about what just happened, you know? So I'm like, tell me a high, tell me a low. And then was there any good criticism that we should hear about from the floor? And then I think those are, like, valuable things. But more, the high and low are just, like, you evaluate your own day. You know, what was going on there?
Mm-hmm.
Were you crushing?
How well were you playing?
Yeah.
Were you getting bucks?
Yeah.
Were you getting bucks?
And then tell me what was going through your mind while you were getting bucks tonight. Like when you were in the zone, what got you there? What was going on?
Getting bucks?
So that's the kind of stuff I'm doing because I think it's a mental thing. It's just like if they will go over their own stuff and decide that they want to fix stuff or get better or fight the dungeons, fight the dragons, it's like that they're going to go down the same road that leads them to, can you handle Forbes lady? And so from the other side, I kind of want to like value that as competence. And then, you know, things are a competence dominance hierarchy. Like
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, if you got your job, it's because you were like talented enough at what you did to like get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I don't know how things work everywhere, but
You have influence over the like a do it machine or like the future telling machine. You can contribute to that or have your like we were talking about before or off the air, like before the pod about the wolf, diving in deeper with the wolf analogy and the hierarchy there.
mm-hmm.
It was like I guess you are the person who's leading the tribe in the direction that we are going. Like you are determining kind of where we're hunting, if we're getting, and if we are successful in the direction of following you and where we're hunting, insofar as our society is taken care of, like everyone's eating, like no one's starving, we're all good. There's relative peace among the tribe, and we're all fed and like alive. I'm like not complaining too much about anything. And then we're gonna follow you, and you're gonna lead us in a direction that's supposed to be that thing, or result in that experience reality.
Mm.
And like you're like the top wolf, you know?
Yeah. It's so I'm so far away from part of me is like would agree with you less just because my desire to compete in the dominance hierarchy isn't for a desire to like be a top wolf. That's not why I'm trying to like make this role a thing. It's just like, but I think that's when this idea gets viewed from the outside. It's hard to separate those things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying we need to go off you because one day I want to go off me. I'm just saying we got to go off you because that's just like how this whole thing works, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we put someone there, or someone is there. It's like based on the story of life.
Yeah, like Moses was there, you know?
Yeah.
And then also,
and then we'll see. Yeah, you're in control of the doing things machine that is our mental, socially connected, sort of conscious, subconscious. What direction are we all going on? And hopefully, we're all able to go in a way that makes everybody, I guess, happy. It's like kind of a root of what we're all, I guess, subconsciously maybe aiming for, and it's like what defines us better.
Yeah,
potentially. Of all the individuals on Earth, where it's like having a great time.
I think the framework and the narrative just makes the will stronger or something like that.
Of what?
Because I take these ideas and I put them in different like real things, and it helps me conceptualize like football teams. Like Nick Saban is crazy to me right now.
Okay.
So he is a guy who's like thinking like this about systems like that, and he's a head coach of like the Alabama football team, and he's like on this level with it. So he has like one meeting where he's explaining to them, like 20 people, why they need to install something the night before, and like the importance of when we show up on the field in the moment trying to install something. It's going to take, we're losing like 10 minutes of practice because you're teaching when we should have taught the night before, like I told you we needed to do. I don't know why I guess didn't do that. And then 2, like their brain, like take pictures with you so you can show them what you want them to do, and then they'll see it and they'll think about it, and then they'll come into practice and they'll have already been kind of like ready to go on it, and then they'll like just perform better as a whole because they're not trying to be in the learn phase while we have them on the field.
Yeah, maximizing time.
Yes.
Logged into the game.
Right.
It's like when we log back into RuneScape, we're going off, dog. I got all these things planned up.
Yeah.
Like the night before.
Right. Oh, really? That's all.
Yeah. Like I had that realization of just like when I was like logging in, I feel like logging in without a purpose was like I was just sitting there wasting time sitting in front of the bank or whatever, just having it open. And I was like, don't be logging those hours. Those aren't good hours. Those are quality. If you're going to play this game, it's more than just this game, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
come up with your strategy.
Yeah, what are you doing?
With your session, what you're going to do.
Whenever you log in, what's your objective? Like, what are you searching after?
Yes.
Or in quest of?
So I think that's the same thing that he's kind of to say about when we're logged in at practice. I want us running good reps because it's like a double dilation, like more time, less teaching, and rep is like better rep. So we're working on like 2 elevated things. So he's like, don't teach on my football field if you don't have to. So I tell you to install stuff the night before. Why we have film on these days and these days and these days. It's because like I want on the field to be like execution and then like coaching. And then he's like, when you coach, don't waste your coaches. Is pretty much what he said too. He's like, catch the football is one of the worst coaches I've ever heard in my life. You want to tell a kid, catch the ball, like get off my football field.
Don't fill our chat with that.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's like tell them something to do. Like turn your hands over, or you should have cupped underneath, or you let yourself hold on to your own contact, like break free and make the catch. Like give them some kind of coaching point if you're going to coach them. Otherwise, like don't coach them. And I was just like, man, he's up there. That's like, I don't know.
You only get so much control or you only get so many moments with these kids. Like time, we have so much time.
Right.
Like make sure the usage of time is like striving in the best direction possible.
Yeah.
Then that gets convoluted. But it looks like football wins.
Right. But it looks like money too.
Unless you just, Rick Pitino.
Yeah, no, I guess
No
I was
shade.
I was thinking like how do you define successful football teams, or how do those people get paid? Like who do you value more in that system? It's like we pay for wins, like championship wins. So those people are rewarded more in the hierarchy financially. But then also you could use that to buy teams, which would make your team more competitive, right? But because you want wins. So but there's not so much a definable win in other industries like there is in sports, other places when you want to translate these things and these ideas. His job's really cool because he is a manager. Like he manages a football team with like 20 coaches on it. And then how much time does he spend with each individual athlete? But then he goes out and he like calls the plays, It's a crazy role to be in. But it's cool. So when he steps into like a team practice or like is talking to the entire team and he's like going off, I think it's important for him to like explain where they're going or why they're doing this, or we're working on this because of this right here. It gives them like a direction for the week, and like I think that helps the people who are in the group at least be on something. Like if we're all directed towards, I'm going to put my energy somewhere, like let's unify it on trying to get dirty trays out of our dining room floor, Like if it's funny when you put if it just everybody needs some focus, and it doesn't matter who's giving the focus. It's like just the system of that is important for us to like execute something. We need to be in sync somehow. Can't just be like chaotic, Everyone's in their own world, beep booping and boop. I'm like, that's why sometimes I'll be like, this is going on over here. This is going on over here. This is going to be crashed out. Please help these people over here. We're working on this tonight. Because it's like, that's your narrative. Like I think everyone needs a narrative for the night. But then I think other people want to be left in their own world.
Preach.
Just be like, I'm just at work, bro. Like, let me make my money and just do my thing. And I got the real estate. I'm selling the stuff you got to sell. Other than that, I'm just like a contracted worker. Like, nah, bro. We're like, this is a unit. This is a unified unit. Concentrated on getting this dub that is tonight. Like if we were gonna win the night, what would that look like?
Yeah.
These ones would do really well under pressure. We would get extra walk-ins for people over here that would balance out the money, and then this thing's gonna be slammed, so they need some help over there. If we could like get all of that handled well, that would be like the win. You just like paint that narrative.
Get the win. Win the night. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's win. Let's go win today.
Win the night is a hard shirt, bro. We should make that shirt. That's fire. Yeah, maybe for a restaurant small group I'm trying to start.
I'm here.
Win the night.
That's
fire.
That's how we're trying to do. Contribute to that. Good story. A good story, man. You just want a good story. A dope movie. Good writing. Good ending. That's what you want. Duh. If movies don't have that, you're upset. Some
people just want to go to work.
There's that too.
Working at Amazon is like that. There's pretty much no narrative.
I
think that's the thing that I learned in the first Jordan Peterson book, is that like no matter how no narrative your narrative is, there's still narrative and no narrative. Like, it's gonna happen.
You're in it.
Yeah.
There you go. Wake up. We're in it.
It's still gonna happen. Things are still gonna call to you. Like your attention will go to something, and then that thing is like, why? Because you like need more. You need some meaning. You need something more than just do. Like you're not a robot.
Yeah, grind through a season of grind. Yeah, work at the glass shop, I think.
For sure, that's true. But every day at the glass shop, they don't talk about them.
It's all part of your story, though. It's all part of your story. It's beautiful, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But sorry, we're stemming from be booping around, but we're not be booping around. But people could choose to act in that way, or like believe that as such, or like not try to see the deeper, nuanced significance behind the story that is their life.
Yeah,
it's just easier to fall into that, just to be booping around.
It's hard. Yeah, I guess that's the force of entropy. It's like that's the natural place it wants you to be, is the simplest you could possibly be. So you exert the least amount of energy you could possibly exert. Because
docile.
Yeah.
Docile.
Because you are decaying, and it's like, stop decay. It's like, no, you have to like give more and find more, or get stronger. That's the thing. It's like, this weight's so heavy. You should reduce the weight. It's like, but also like, I want to get stronger, right?
The suffering of my existence.
Yeah. So, but the force of entropy calls out and says, reduce the weight all the time. That is like physics. It happens to everything. And so, I understand the beep boop. I understand the pull, the urge, but this is the rebellion, player. Welcome to the rebellion. Where it's like, I'm going to get stronger and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to give more and see what happens, you know? Like, it should hopefully look like I'm going to sacrifice because I believe, like, in the spirit of Jesus, that, like, sacrifice is the way that things get better. And things get better. And the better is transcendence. So your sacrifice becomes, like, something transcendent. Like, things will be better because you gave it. It'll trip you out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of the Bible, in my opinion, right? So hopefully it looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was riding the train, but then the train got away from me.
The train's like, choo choo. Man.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, that's the rebellion.
Yeah.
That's the rebellion, is the sacrifice, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to your entropy.
It doesn't make sense to sacrifice. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like you only have so much time preaching. You're just going to sacrifice one. You're going to waste one, but you're going to, I guess, not sacrifice it towards the embetterment of your flesh or what, you know?
I definitely took away from that Saban to be like, yeah, when you're going to coach, like, it better be worthy. Like, it better be like, and like, tell them something, like, help them get better. If you don't like the way that they did it, help them get better. Don't just sit there and be like, and then he said, like, yeah, because if you yell at a kid and ask him to catch the damn ball, then he goes out there and he's a little shook up because the coach just yelled at him. And then if I'm the DB, I'm like, I'm giving this guy hell all night. It's like, I've already got him. I'm already one up mentally on this kid. And he's like, I don't want the other team's cornerbacks mentally one up on my kids. Like, let them go out there and let them try to dominate. Let them cook. And I was just like, that's fire, dog. That's fire. That's preach that. I want my kids on fire. I don't want them mentally shook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard to balance it's a craft now. That's what I'm saying. The craft is different for me now. Now I'm like, fuck, how do I coach well? Like, with Nick Saban be coaching crazy well, that's at least some direction for what you could be doing for people here, you know? I wonder if he has a book. I'm trying to read it.
Ideas. I'm sure he does. But yeah, ideas that are worth following. Did you see? I didn't see it, but you said that there was a JBP update on Michaela's page?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I haven't seen it.
Apparently the idea is something along the lines of that he had a fucking... Sorry, part of my language is just hard to even... He'd taken antipsychotic medications maybe like up to 6 years ago. I don't know, like antidepressants maybe. Not sure.
Okay.
And then
medication?
Had...
Years ago?
Allegedly like a flare-up of like a disease that you can get when you're on antipsychotic medication.
Okay.
But he just hadn't been on them for like 6 years. And so I guess this is like something that is not completely unheard of like delayed effects from drugs that you took.
Okay.
And so
onset side effects?
Right. And so more or less I think it was something basically like restless body syndrome was what I had so to the point where it's your whole body feels like restless leg syndrome and you're getting up and moving a lot, and there's like a history of like a disease, a psychiatric disease of this. And I guess he was dealing with that to a debilitating point.
Oh God. Dude, yeah, restless leg is annoying as hell, bro. That through your whole body, that's like torturous.
Right. And I guess that's what she was maybe describing as like what spiritual warfare was. Like, I don't know, like he was under attack on some level. And I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this life. This life isn't like that kind of stuff is. I don't know, man. With the dreams being, what the narrative it is. This game feels so interactive sometimes, or like your narrative is so interactive. Like, you can go get after your day. You can go like give your all basically, and things will transform. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's true. What hierarchy should we organize ourselves in so that we can be the most effective and efficient? Like, I don't know, man. I just know what I would do.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because thought is thought, but then you gotta get a bucket on Wembanyama, dog, and he's 7'6", dog.
I know what I would do, you know. So I can't tell you how to go get your bucket on Wembanyama.
I can't tell you.
No.
I don't know how to slay your Goliath, but we all got one.
No, yeah. But that's why I'm like, it's on you. Like, you call it. You can call it. You know what I mean? Like, because it's data for me no matter what. That's the other thing. I'm like, even if we don't go the direction I want to go, I'm still going to learn something about the direction that you went. And maybe I'm wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And then being a good leader would be like vice versa. It's like, okay, I was wrong and you were right. So it's like maybe in the future we can blend more of our whatever, our how to do things machine together.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's a good thing. And that's a good thing.
I should use your influence more. I feel that a lot in the pick'ems because you'll be on a heater, and I'm like, I need to listen to Justin's influence more. Like, he's crushing it right now. Like, what are you feeling? What's out there? Who you liking? You're like, San Fran's going in, dude. I'm like, all right, yeah, San Fran looks good.
They look real good, huh? You boy.
Yeah, for sure. That's helped me be successful so much that like that's something foundationally. I'm like, take other people's like influence at certain levels.
What's going on in your story? Anything in your story like speaking to you crazy right now?
Yeah. That's a good question because if in your story it's like I feel conviction or passion about we should do this, this, and that.
It's different than saying like give me a city. You know what I'm saying? It's like give me the magic potion. But then if you ask the question like, is anything in your story like just coming up a lot in conversation or like, you know, you're just picking up on some things you're seeing. They're like, Minnesota has been like, this podcast, this like news article or whatever. Yeah. Like I just came back from Minnesota. And you're just like, okay, that's more validation. You know what I'm saying? That's like a little deeper than the...
I'm out of here. Because Minnesota is the thing that's been presenting in my life lately. I've heard it like 3 times in the last day. You got me fucked up, dude.
That's the Holy Ghost.
You got me for real.
That's the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I'm out of here, dude. That was nutty. Oh, man. I was just talking to... somebody was telling me Julian's going to Minnesota.
Let's go.
That's just the first one. Yeah, that's nutty, dude. So
crazy.
I was like, if the Vikings were up, we would bet them for sure right now. That's the kind of thing where I'm like, in the 3, baby.
In the 3 at least.
Yeah, at least. Maybe the power, dude. Let it ride. CJ Stroud, make them proud. Trust the vibes. That's what...
No, Minnesota. That was...
Believe it or not, that's the only way I've been able to be successful. Like in the NFL picks, when I ride that feeling right there, like that's the model, you know?
Yep, that's it. That's it in real time.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and then I just like authority assertion games because it's like
I think in Minnesota, I think they're playing tonight. I think right. I think they're playing. No, yeah, I think they're playing the Nuggets.
I'm crashing out over here mentally right now. I forgot they were even a team. We should, dude. I'm not saying you should gamble, but 20 thou on our boy.
You're gambling every day.
Michael Jordan Jr. You know, let's go. What's his name?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, dude, 20 racks on Ant tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You are gambling every day. You are constantly. I think that's a book I want to write. I don't know if we like really pop off. We should write a book about like, because I see myself being good at. We're gonna make money gambling. Like I don't know. I just think so.
You call it gambling. I call it analyzing life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
I don't know what to tell you. And
yeah,
if I follow that and I lose, then that's fine.
Also, I want to have enough money onto the side, hopefully, where it's like, okay, like let's run the model for like $10,000 this year, and then we've developed this model more or less for like 6 or 7 years now, I think. So at this point, like I do have a system. Like sometimes that system looks like,
Coach coming back, having restless body syndrome. Yo, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna look at more factual based stuff. We'll see if ChatGPT can summon it, but man,
yeah, dude. Something else I wanted to bring to the pod was, you seen this Bill AB 2624 or whatever?
No, lay it on me, man.
Also known as the Stop Nick Shirley Act.
Oh, okay, no. So Nick Shirley is the guy that has been going into these Minnesota places?
Yeah, the Minnesota spots, and now he's doing it in California.
Okay.
And then I believe the government in California is constructing this bill, proposing whatever, AB 2624, but I guess it's referred to as the Stop Nick Shirley Act to like enforce fines upon like investigative journalism, more or less. It's like, what are we talking about? Do we get my gun yesterday or tomorrow, brother?
What are we talking about, gentlemen?
Oh, there, brother. What are you doing? What are you doing there, son?
Slow down, cowboy.
That's dangerous, dog. That's dangerous.
It's so funny. That was my direct response too. I didn't know if I should do it on camera, but yeah, I was already drawing the guns. Like that's
What are we talking about?
That's why we have the Second Amendment is to protect our free speech.
That's a crazy structured world to live in, you know? That's what free speech is built on, you know?
That's what this country is built on.
Investigative journalism, dog. Just trying to find out what's going on here. They're finding out about the fraud, and then you're going to find me for like, or make it findable for like recording on these particular places.
I guess
what's going on here? $10,000 for exposing the fraud.
Yeah,
you should be like funding me. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it's cheaper to pay this kid X amount than to waste the amount of money that we're wasting, right? Like, well, if he's going to save us billions of dollars.
What's the spirit of the bill? Is the spirit of the bill to thwart or like to stop transparency? Like,
I think in a sense, yeah.
Okay, if you're trying to like protect public property or private property,
okay,
and you think that people have a certain amount of right, like Nick Shirley's creating a problem where like all these people are going to start going into all these places. Like you can have a guy walking in with a camera into like daycare, bro. Like a real like, if that is or isn't a real daycare is the question. But if it's a real daycare, like what you're doing is like kind of heinous, bro. Like you can't be doing that. Like you could schedule an interview, you know, work something out with these people, but you can't just roll in there like banging on doors, asking questions on private property. Maybe like. I could see how that could be illegal, you know? You get shot for that in Texas, bro. Or chill out with all that. I don't know what you're banging on. If you're banging on someone's door and it's private property, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But so I could see the legal argument for that. But I'm like, what's the spirit of why you're doing it, though? It's because like you want to protect people or because you want to close up the transparency, you know?
Okay, yeah, right. Because that's the question.
Because we shouldn't follow that spirit. That's what I'm trying to say, too. I'm like,
I think it's dangerous.
I think that's dangerous.
I think it's a dangerous place to go.
Yeah, we're looking for inspired thoughts from good spirits.
Truth. True thoughts.
How beautiful. Sure. They're beautiful. Like fresh fruit.
That's good fruit.
It's good fruit.
It's juicy fruit.
Like a rainbow.
Skittles.
Truth.
Fake fruit.
but
real fruit. You feel me?
Truth. Yeah, and it's I don't know. So trying to intuit it or like it sounds kind of crazy the way we derive truth sometimes for sure. No.
Would you rather eat a Skittle of a watermelon or eat a piece of nice juicy watermelon?
No, yeah, watermelon. Sure.
Brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not even a question.
What are we talking about? It's like the truth and the lie, dog. You know, like the lies. You can consume it, but it's not good fruit.
That's where it gets nutty because it's like structural level stuff. Like we shouldn't be buying stock in that fruit. Like, that's not the type of thing of this, like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like that. I don't think that's the type of employee. Like, they're great for these reasons, but they're a trap for these reasons. And then this is the attitude that we're looking for. This is the energy that we're looking for. This is the kind of virtues that we value because these are good fruits. And this is like, I think that this person over here, see how they're different between this person over here, but then I think their performance is actually more desirable because this is what I see that they're inspired by. This is the kind of energy that they're on every day and their attitude about how they do things. Like
the vibe.
Yeah, that vibe is like much more beautiful. You're not feeling that? Like I want to fill the room with that, like all the way around. Not only because it makes us like better on average for any individual guest, right? But also because we'll make this place beautiful. And that'll have transcendent value. People will be in here and be like, this place is beautiful, you know?
Make your workplace beautiful.
Make it all beautiful.
To the extent that you can.
Yes, but there's politics involved and also there's teamwork involved and there's...
power dynamics, crazy people.
It happens. That's every
what the
book.
Game is. That's what life is, society, people, us.
Yeah.
That's the narrative we're in, man.
That's everything.
We're here.
It's all of it.
It's all there. Yeah, dog. So I don't know what's going on with this bill. I'm not sure exactly the extent or the contents, but upon initial inspection and vibe check within my own home of soul and spirit, my hearth, it was like, oh, this kind of like doesn't feel. I don't think that's a good way to go. I don't think we should be doing that necessarily. But there is, I guess, I could see to the point that you were making, as far as you don't want people just like pulling up on businesses all the time, but. It's like, why not? To a degree, if you're like legit or whatever. I guess if it's the daycare, you would have to like, there'd be like a front desk and a person who would like talk to you and have like pamphlets or have some sort of information. So it's not even necessarily like,
right.
just pulling up to random spots.
No.
But then it becomes, I guess, yeah, if you're looking for these services legitimately, you should be able to get them from these people.
Yeah. Right. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
I do think that like if a guy pulled up with a camera and a microphone to my daycare and was
To
like,
a restaurant, I'd be like, yeah, buddy, come on, post this tag. Let's talk.
You're right.
It's
you're
lit.
Right. You're right. But you can't be, it's like, definitely don't want to just be letting anybody into your daycare. Because it's like they keep all the doors locked. And then
They have like a front desk. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like someone.
We kind of have something like that at our daycare. It's more of like an office. But obviously, I think when we were touring, like they let us in and gave us a tour. But I think if they scheduled some kind of interview, you know, you could turn it on and flip it on its head for sure. Yeah, you could dunk the situation and make it like more like if he's there just looking for truth, it's very easy to have someone be like, yeah, dude, we're a daycare. We offer like explain your service packages. Be like, I can't like just let you guys in because it's a daycare. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm happy to like, do you guys have kids? Like, how old are your kids? You know what I'm saying? Let's describe to you what that situation would look like. You could do that and handle it well. So I guess that's what they're not doing for Nick Shirley. They're getting very defensive and like just freaking out and being like, get out of here. He's like, where's the kids? I thought to myself, like, if someone did that at my daycare, I was like, punches that guy. Like, get the fuck out of there, bro.
Take him down.
Yeah, like,
take him down.
Because it is kind of like a sacred place in the sense, like, all these parents are trusting this one facility to take care of their children. You know, it's like, in a more primitive time, I'd like people with swords there. You know, like,
yeah, right.
Protect the honorable people protecting the place.
Protect the children.
Yeah.
To the future.
You love them more than yourself. Like, I'm like, I can, yeah. You want them to be safe.
At that place with swords.
yeah.
At least one sword. A dagger.
Find a good person. It's almost like a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure there's good people there. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So
yeah, for sure. You want that.
So yeah, but I agree with you that what he's doing is trying to bring transparency to corrupt places.
If that's the true spirit of what he's doing, and what the true that's what the true spirit of investigative journalism is like supposed to be representing, like in search of legitimate truth, not trying to like, you know, spin anything in a particular narrative, or potentially, or like purposefully. Just I guess it's like stating your beliefs, but also being honest in what you're doing. Just yeah, ultimately it comes down to honesty. It's like the true spirit of what he's doing, or is he? I guess what's the proposed argument? What is he doing instead? Or like, you know, just doing it for the views? Or maybe there's no truth to his claims? Or the spirit of investigative journalism, I can't really trust it?
I don't know. How right was he? What was his accuracy rate with his viral videos being like accurately showing a place that was operating in corruption? Because I think
That's
some of them
up to interpretation.
Okay.
That's up for debate.
Some of them have been brought down, right? Like he's got.
I think so.
Yeah, right. So not zero.
Not zero.
Yeah, but if you're just like blowing up a spot, and also his videos weren't always super tasteful. They were just long, hostile. Okay, but where are the kids? Where are the kids? So like,
it is a conflictual moment.
I think he has to do what he does better, or like get more finessed.
Okay.
But there's also like, are the rules we're making to constrain him wrong or like improper? Are we infringing on his ability for what's fair? You know, that's the question for the judge. And do we have a good judge? That's a question for the system.
Is it a good system?
And that's a question for a judge. You know
Yo, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. So there's truth in there for sure. But you want to hear about Jordan Peterson?
Yes, dude, my freaking guy, bro.
Oh my God, bro. See, that's the podcast I'll be trying to explain. Have you heard the Nick Shirley Act? Try to get to the bottom of it.
What's going on there?
What's your Christian heart say anything about the Nick Shirley Act? Is there anything?
I guess it just is. I'm interpreting it as like an infringement on Shirley's free will, or like ability to search for truth. It's like you're gonna get in the way of that, you know. But then, yeah, how true is your search for truth? Is he? We need to monitor that. We need to be aware of that too.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
as a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, I think it's part of his journey probably to do these things. I would guess it's in good spirit, not bad spirits, that are driving him towards wanting to be a truth seeker. And then maybe he's doing that really crudely right now, but it's part of his journey and his process to like refining his skill or becoming himself, being a more like sharp dagger, I guess is what I think. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because like,
Protect Nick Shirley. He might be getting
yeah, okay, I just,
them been death threats for real.
yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to explain sharp, like it's the only thing that comes to mind, but just realize it's like it is the double exponential of like more time for reps and better quality reps. It's like that's a exponentially different experience. So then he might be on a path for an exponentially better experience as he goes, and what that would look like, he might be like, you know, one of the key reporters in our world. You know, no telling. That's what I see for him.
Yeah. It's a different kind of search for. He's like truth. I was just thinking about like he's like looking at the system or like the tangible. What's the tangible truth? Like objective truth. I guess it's kind of what his spirit is. But then there's like no one's stopping Jordan Peterson from like, or like professors or Nietzsche or philosophers, like exactly stopping them maybe from, or were people you think trying to stop philosophers from posting stuff or like, I guess, right, for Socrates' day, he was influencing the youth. People didn't like that.
I do think that the system is rigid against truth speakers, it seems like, often. And then, yeah, like with the Romans with Jesus, and then, he said the world is round, right?
JBP,
for
boy.
that?
Yeah, he waited until he's on his deathbed to be like, we're not the center of the universe. I'm dead.
He was matted.
On a bucket.
No, yeah.
At the end right there. Like, oh, okay.
So yeah, there's definitely pushback against truth speakers, I think, throughout time.
Interesting dynamic we got going on there. The demonic, man. But yeah, JBP is my dog. Potentially spiritual attack, abstract realm attack. I've had restless leg. I think we talked about this before.
Right.
I don't think you've ever experienced. You said you haven't experienced it before. But it's happened to me a couple times. I'm not sure what would bring that about. But it's just like annoying, you know what I'm saying? You're just like go move your leg. You can't, like, it's just restless. That's like the only way to really describe it. It needs to move, but it doesn't ever get satisfied. It's
like a sensation, right? It's not like in your muscles or in your toes. It's almost like a sensation in your leg.
Yeah.
Feel like maybe I had like one night where I was like, yo, I think that's what that was. But I don't know though. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So yeah, for him it was like
the mental realm is weird. The abstract realm is crazy. He's
currently dealing with a serious neurological condition, most recently described as akathisia. I don't know. It's akathisia.
Akathisia.
I think Thisia is right. Akathisia, a disorder that causes intense inner restlessness and an inability to stay still. His family says that this is linked to a neurological injury, possibly tied to past medical treatment and compounded by other health issues. So in 2025, he got diagnosed with chronic inflammatory response syndrome, or CIRS, and this is often associated with mold exposure. So this is when he was in the hospital from cleaning out his dad's basement, I guess, after he'd passed away. And then after that, he suffered pneumonia. And then while he had pneumonia, he had sepsis. And sepsis is like kills a lot of people. That's just like where you get I think like an infection in your blood, because it'll happen if like I'm not sure what causes sepsis. I know that's what happens when bacteria gets involved.
It's not good, right?
Yeah, no.
Not good.
No, because usually it happens like if you have a surgery and you're cut open and then something from the outside world that wasn't supposed to get into the cut like makes you sick, like something was contaminated, then I think you get sepsis. So it's like you're compromised.
You're rotten.
Yeah, right. And then he's been absent because he stepped away from public appearances, and then no, I guess that was just it. That happened in 2025, and then it was like CRS, pneumonia, hospitalization, sepsis, overcame all of that, and then now has this akathisia. And it's just like, also, it's like, it's Jordan Peterson, so part of me is like, chill out, bro, or like, go for a run, bro. But he must be like, we gotta watch the video for the rest of the context, because if it's gonna, I think he'd be pretty honest about how much it's really messing with him, you know?
Yeah, I wonder.
Because I think I saw an interview of him And I'm watching the interview, and he's saying that there was a point where he couldn't even do the buttons on his shirt. He had to like relearn how to do the buttons in his shirt. He's like, that's the thing about the bottom is it like wipes you out, man. It like you'll forget how to do the buttons on your shirt, man. Like you forget how hard it is to like start from scratchety scratch. And I think that's what he was saying. Like he didn't realize that before with his clinical patients. That was like a new realization to him. That when you get knocked on your ass, and then a couple of years go by, you're like really on your ass. And so, but then I'm watching it and I'm like, this looks like an older him. Like this looks like it came out like recently.
When did it come? Yeah, when did it come out?
I think that it was posted like 2 days ago from when I watched it. I might have it in my saved.
Yo, yeah, what's he gonna come back on if he's coming back, dog? What's up, dog? It might be up, dog.
If I were a Sephiroth, I'd be worried.
He's Dumbledore, bro. Come on. You're hospitalized Dumbledore, bro. You're pissing me off a little bit.
If you're gonna take him out, take him out.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if he came back and was just like, Christ is king. Christ is king. It's like, okay, here we go. That's the boy. We gotta be careful, though. Nick Shirley, be careful, too. Why is that a thing?
Are we run by evil people? I don't think we're run by them, but I think that
I think evil gets into the world, or is here. It's always been here. It's our natural inclination to eat the Skittles, and then to justify that the eating of the Skittles is better.
Yes, the entropy is the way of life.
Get while the getting's good, boy.
Oh man, dude.
More flesh, all flesh. Earthly flesh, fleshy flesh.
That's what I'm saying. The concept of the fact that is gravity, that's an innate fight that you'll fight forever, and it will manifest in grosser in ways over time. It'll be gross sometimes, and sometimes it'll be simple. But it's just that like entropy, eating the Skittle is better than eating the fruit. And then it's just that's scarier though than like a reptilian looking demon on some level. You know what I mean? Like I guess if the demon's gonna torture you, but it's like that's living in hell. Like always eating the Skittle and being everywhere that eats a Skittle and having like life not be as rich as it could be. That's a hell, man. It's nuts. But that's gravity. The gravity is hell. So, and you're never gonna get away from that.
Never. That's the game.
That's the context. That's the context.
That's the origin of the story. Origin of the story. Oh man. We're out there. But JBP, bro, he had a chapter in the re-listening to 12 Rules for Life. Dope. Can't recommend it enough. He's the man. But re-listening to that, and then I think it was like chapter 7, I want to say. And it was do what is meaningful, not what is expedient. And that chapter particularly, because I'd heard the first multiple chapters. I feel like they're more fresh in my mind. But as I'm getting later into the book, like these ones are like the second half. They're a little bit, I don't remember exactly some of the points he was making, you know what I'm saying? It's not as clear and coherent whenever I'm like drawing upon it from memory. But some of the stuff that stuck out initially, like, you know, I'm still like, I know it's part of the movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then there's other parts of the movie or of the audiobook where I'm like getting hit again and it's getting harder and deeper. I'm like, oh, this is dope. This guy's good, dog.
Yeah, right.
This guy's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
For real, bro. Chapter 7 was like that, bro. I got home and I was just like, my God. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, Christ. He's awesome.
Damn, I gotta listen to 12 Rules again. That sounds so awesome. I feel similarly listening to him too, but yeah, that's
so good.
Yeah, sometimes he goes through like a page or like a paragraph of just like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of information because he's describing something really deep and it's almost hard to follow. But then when you get down to it and you're just like riding the wave with him and he's like explaining things or like, I don't know, man. He'll be like, this is the idea. And so it looks like this. And he puts it really simply. And I'm like, that's a good technique. I realized you got to be able to take like a complex thought and make it super simple.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe it's like the only way we can do so.
So maybe you should pet a cat.
Yeah, right. Let him skateboard.
Yeah. What was chapter 7?
Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient.
Was there were parts in there that were just rocking you?
Yeah, it was just parts in there that was rocking, bro. You start with that chapter, dog. I'm sure you can just jump out of order. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so good. That chapter particularly. There was one portion for sure where he was just talking about like right and wrong, like at its core, almost to a degree. And he's like I've suffered and I've seen, looked through the results of just inflicting extra suffering and making like sport of it almost. And doing so for the sake of more suffering is wrong. Like that is like we could feel it in us. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the argument. People are like, oh, there's no right or wrong, you know?
Right,
Come
right.
on. He's like, you look at all of this and tell me that's not wrong. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there is a right or wrong.
That's a Diffie lube.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to. I think we should operate in a realm where that's true. You know, it's a good argument for the go with ask everybody what they think route. But I'm also like, where's that coming from? Explain to me where it's coming from. In reference to what? Contextually, why do you think that about this? If it's a gut feeling, that's okay. You know, that's an answer too. If you can place because of these things I think of over here, make me think this thing over here, then we can all decide. It's like, what carries the most weight, I guess? What's the most truth? What's the most helpful thing? What's the focus right now? Are we trying to be better on offense or defense? It's like, there's so much context. It's all over the place.
Drowning in the context, dog. Drowning in it.
Do what's meaningful, though, is there's a right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is hopefully you're able, like, everyone's all kind of discerning about what's right or wrong.
Yeah.
I think because you're in a narrative,
and
right?
Giving into the doing what's expedient is kind of like into the flesh, into the fleshly things. The idea of that expressed in a different way. The expedience, it's like just get while the getting's good. Come on.
I think people
would sacrifice that for for the future, for things that are to come. Because things are coming.
People would argue that
things are coming.
They're coming. Winter's coming.
They're coming. The harvest is coming.
The good things are coming too.
Yeah.
Just things are coming.
Things are coming.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
They're coming.
You're right. You're so right. We should account for that. We have to account for that in ourselves. Go ahead.
And it's like, nah, I will sacrifice the view of things that are coming to focus fully on the things that are happening. Things that are here now. So you need to enjoy that as well. God gives you both. You enjoy the story. The proper way to sacrifice.
Yeah. It's more beautiful. That's why it's like, it's worth it as such a sentiment, because it's like you're trying to convince someone to invest into faith.
It's a worthy sacrifice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that's always that. If we could just do that, we would just do that, you know? It's because we can't do that and we should do that. Why it's important, you know? So trying to, it's worth it. Jump off the cliff.
Yeah, we can't always properly identify the worthy sacrifice perfectly. Not all the time.
We can't always identify the proper sacrifice perfectly. I agree with that.
All the time. And we do our best.
I think in any given moment, you can identify whether or not your sacrifice is proper or not. Like,
or at least aimed in that direction.
Yeah. Align with your current axioms. So like that part of your journey, it makes sense to you and it's good and it's what you think should be done versus what you think shouldn't be done, you know? And then things happen and you progress through your journey and then you change your axioms and like they grow bigger and more in depth and the monsters get bigger and everything gets more like nuanced and complicated. That's like the context. That's just like how life be getting deeper and deeper. I dig it. But regardless, at every station along the way, I think that you do have a conscience and you are going through a narrative and you should do the thing that's good. Not like objectively, like I guess morally, but like strategically good, you know? But other people would argue that this is all just, everybody's just living life, man. You know, not everything is always like a moral dilemma of doing right or wrong. These are just like decisions and paths and choices, and we just
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We're all just living life, man.
Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
Like that's not what I think. It's weird because then I'm like, it's just the alignment. Okay, well, it depends. Because I'm aligned with Christ, I think that of my life as a narrative, and like I am trying to do my best, and the framework for that more or less tells me that there's going to be proper sacrifices and there's going to be improper sacrifices, and there's the proper sacrifice is to God. Now, this is where we're going to get kind of deep because it's like metaphysically, I think that's represented in a bunch of places through the Bible, what it means to give your proper sacrifices to God. But I think ultimately it boils down to like do the right thing. And then
it's obedience.
Right.
Yeah.
Then obedience is translated in a bunch of different ways through a bunch of different parables and moments in the Bible that are just like metaphorically hard. Like when Jesus said this, but it's like what he said when he said that. I'm not just saying that he said that. I'm pointing to the fact that that scripture represents a metaphysical idea that's also apparent in the Old Testament. Like this thing's like hyperlinked. It talks about it here. It talks about it there. This is when good fruits are talking about like mercy and grace and forgiveness. You know, like Jesus represented mercy, grace, and forgiveness too. Like
yeah, or it's like I just had a connection right now of like I think it's Proverbs 18:21, and it's the good fruit, or I forget the exact, but it's like the good fruit and the bad fruit, the fruits of speech. And be careful with your words, like your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with the fruit that your tongue produces, more or less, and like their proper speech. And then and then also like later on in the New Testament, talking about like you'll know them by their fruits, and the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and the patience. Like if you're able to articulate the truth, like it'll look like this.
Yes.
But yeah, hyperlinked text and hyperlinked ideas of things that are talking about metaphysical, abstract, quantum physical material here.
Yeah.
Traversing through narrative, bruh. Being a human being, bruh. What's alive? I don't know.
Dude, I agree with you.
Life and death are in the power of the tongue or something like that. Hold on. I haven't heard.
There's two of them. There's one that's about the life and death is in the power of the tongue. And then there's another one that just says like, I'll pull it up. I'll just pull it up. Let's be real scriptural. Because I was thinking about this after the last pod when we were talking about trolls. And I was like, where's the scriptural foundation for like how much we should, because what comes to my mind is like your power of voice, like of all the things you could use it for, you want to use it for that. That's what like offends me or whatever, you know, or why I think it's bad culture. It's like, yes, I guess you could just spam the chat, but that seems like what a waste of a powerful thing you have, you know? A gift that God gave us, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits.
And then talking about the fruits of the Spirit on the other side of the Bible. Okay, I think that's an example of like, these metaphysical ideals are hard to identify and hard to operate in, but we get different angles of different windows into them to help us understand like what grace is or what mercy is, or like these bigger ideas, these buzzwords that are hard to like identify exactly what it is. It's like it looks like this over here and it looks like that over here, and then like I think that's another reference to how you brought it out too, is like what you can do with your speech, what you should do with the power of your speech. Really, it's like your tongue, I guess, is how the Bible says it, but like that you could build someone up every day or you could break them down every day, you know? And that's just like the beginning of what you could do with your speech. Just by how you talk to people.
Yeah, how you articulate thought. Yeah.
But all that to say, because I'm aligned with Jesus, I have access to that. So we come along common problems, or like we're trying to figure out solutions of why we should do something, or even like how the system should operate. That's where it gets like, that's the essential part of the whole thing, I think. I think that's why I see Nick Saban working on that, and I'm like, okay, like he fucking gets it, because it's like, if the whole system is truly aimed at something and the sacrifices that we're making are aimed at that thing, then that thing will at least take us a direction to let us get some data. And then once we have data, we can adjust our direction, but we got to start going somewhere, you know?
So the control and doing things machine, you got to act. It controls what we do. What are you obedient to? What are we looking up?
I think I was just thinking. I think I was thinking of the same scripture you were at, Proverbs, because I had seen that one, and that's the one that stuck with me. Just that, death and life are in the power of the tongue.
That's gas.
It's gas.
18:21.
Because I say you can speak words of life or you can speak words of death, but I thought it came from that cowboy movie.
I think it uses that as well in that movie.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. But then I was like, my head was like, oh, I don't know if that's scripturally based. But then I saw that and I was like, okay, yeah, so that's like from something, you know, from something like core. That's Bible core.
That's Bible talk.
Yeah, I guess whoever guards his mouth preserves his life is another one. And then the be quick to listen and slow to speak. It's like important usage for like how to talk. Do not be quick with your mouth. Let your words be few. It's fire. Oh yeah, here's one in Ephesians. Let no corrupt talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful or building others up.
Yeah, there we go. Boom.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
You know, that's all. Like,
silence is good unless you're going to add to it to make things better. Or if there is something that needs to be said, then silence could be the lie. You know, Jordan Peterson has mentioned silence. If you have something to say, then silence is a lie to a degree, like a lie of omission.
Yeah.
So it's like on both sides of that. You know.
Facts, dude. Colossians 4:6 says, let your conversations be always full of grace. That's another thing. If you're walking into a conversation that feels real disgraceful, it's kind of gross. If someone's just like, gonna grossly describe an attractive woman, you can imagine a lot of ways that conversation feels disgraceful.
Certain levels, even for like different age brackets.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's Galatians 5:22-23. Be the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law.
Right. So that gives me a perspective. And I think there's so much deterred connection going on between like what that means to someone else. When I'm like, that's my perspective on why we should do this. I'm like, it's also derived on the fact that this is the only way anything works for me, you know, like my relationship with Jesus and like trying to follow the Bible and trying to do what like the right thing is for like people more and more in depth as it goes on in my life. I learn more about it. But it's not just because I'm like, that's what a Christian thinks, you know? That's what a Southern Christian thinks. It's like, I guess and no, like I legitimately think it's the best way forward.
Yeah.
Like I'm convinced.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, pursuing this at a higher intensity is worth it. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm like, I could arrange all these words for you to explain that.
Yeah. That's what we're doing on this podcast, more or less, for hours at a time. Talking about life, Nick Shirley, JBP, things are happening. But dude, yeah, it's just so worth it, bro. It's just so worth it. Yeah, we went to Brandon Lake like a week ago on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. Great show. Dope experience. And he writes a lot of songs, I guess, that we've even heard at church as well, because I guess he co-writes for different worship groups or has co-written for worship groups or some extent of that. So I heard a couple extra songs that were like we knew them, you know what I'm saying? And Jazz knew them too, and it was tight. Or it was more interactive in that way. If you go to a concert, you don't know like any of the songs at all, you're just like, yeah,
for sure.
It's like listening to the radio almost.
If someone turns to you and they're having like the night of their life, they're just like hyping you up, and you're just like, I wish I was there with you, man. Like, I'm not there with you, dog. Like, I don't know the discography like that. Oh man,
yeah, for sure.
But that's cool though. That's cool that y'all.
So, I was able to be more energetically, emotionally engaging in that way. That was dope. But at the very end, it was tight because I was like, he's like I think we had mentioned him before, but he's a big country, or not kind of country, but gospel worthy or worship music writing author, artist, and it was just a dope show. And then just at the very end, I felt like I don't know, like weird. It was great. It was a great time. But like the very end, I was just like I felt like more attached, or more like almost could see around the corner of what was about to happening. Like I was in the moment the whole time. Like it was engaging. But then at the very end, I just like felt like I got in front of it a little bit, and I was like, I should start like chant. Like it was the end of the show. And I was like, I should start chanting out like Brandon Lake, or like start a chant. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to start a chant, you kind of just do it, especially if it's in agreement with what everyone's thinking in the moment.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I don't think even
chant starter.
I
don't know about that, bro. I never had chant starter thoughts. Tell me about them.
It's just
no. I'm with you.
I know. No, yeah. It was like just analyzing the moment and thinking that I was like, he wouldn't even want that though. Particularly, he probably wants chanting Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And then not even like 5 seconds later, there's just a Jesus chant starts up. I was like, yo,
that's nutty, dude.
That was crazy. Pursuing this thing, I think it was where I was getting to, or where that story stemmed from. Like pursuing that guy, pursuing that thing is super worth it. It's the only worthwhile. The fruits of that, the results of that, will be the only worthwhile. The most truly worthwhile. And we could try to do our best to get to that. And we're gonna mess up.
Yes,
but he's gonna be there.
Facts. Talk to him, George. Christ's always working.
He's always there. Always there. It's always there. Because you're always here. You're always in.
Yeah.
Even when you're sleeping,
Yeah.
you're in the game.
Lord knows what's going on.
There's
in
a
there.
whole nother dungeon under there. It's the upside down. You know what I'm saying?
Knows what's going on in there.
It's
man.
the upside down for real. Stranger Things.
Yeah, man. I feel like you gotta like. There's like a war going on inside of you too, or that when things aren't going good, or if things when chaos comes, if you're not aligned within everything you want to do, and like have a relationship with yourself that's allowing you to navigate through life. If you're doing it very like chaotically and disruptively with your axioms and your identity and who you are and what your narrative is, I think. Well, that's not good. Okay, first
It's
of all,
not good, I'm glad.
no, it's not what we're supposed to be doing. Okay,
That's not a fruitful spirit, I'm glad. I don't want to eat that fruit, I'm glad.
I know, but how do you go back and fix that? It's like it's self-authoring, I guess, you know. But I guess I don't know what the dichotomy of that was important for something that we were talking about.
Pursuing the Jesus thing. Worth it.
The fruits of your spirit. It's really cool, man. That just that feeling of Jesus is the only thing that we should worship is like something that I feel a lot. I just feel like the same way you were like, he wouldn't want us to say his name. He'd want us to like don't put worship energy on me, put worship energy on that. And I think that that's like just something that I hold as a tenet is like that worship energy goes towards Jesus, you know, like this girl was drunk and she's like, do you love tequila? And I was like, what? She's like, do you love tequila? And I was like, I like tequila. She's like, no, but do you love tequila? I was like, I love Jesus. And then like I felt like it was like important that I said that. I was like, let me like I don't even want to talk about things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because
That's facts.
worship energy goes for Jesus. Brandon like Jesus. Like that's an important thing, you know. Then what is Jesus? It's like the way forward. What is that way forward? Like grace, love, mercy, self-sacrifice.
And don't you want the spirits of the fruit? Don't you want those things?
Right.
They sound like good things.
Yeah. You're always here. And that was one thing that you said too.
Yeah. Always here.
And God's always with you. Like that's the cool thing about this life. It's like he's a good God. He's a benevolent God. He never just like dropped off on planet Earth. Like enjoy. It's like there's a lot of war and chaos going on. It's kind of hard over here.
It's
like,
a scary movie.
It's a scary movie, God. It's like it's not like that. It's like with you literally every day.
Oh yeah.
All the time. For everybody.
It's the thing that's generating your experience. It's there, like the power source. Like you're plugged in. I'm plugged in. It's always there. We don't think about the electricity that's powering the machine, or the machine doesn't think about the electricity. It's just on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, does that make the electricity is like the machine's God?
Like we're the machine. Electricity is plugged in to us that powers the machine, and then that machine is plugged into something that is generating the power.
Yeah.
So God is the thing that is generating or connected to the power core that we're connected to, and supplying it with life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? With experience, existence itself.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd just be like another animal, right? It'd just be like there'd be humans.
That's part of the evidence to it. Or like, yeah, we see other things, and we're like, they're not plugged into the same thing we're plugged into.
Right, right.
They're plugged in.
Like we're alive for
Yeah,
sure.
they're alive.
Yeah.
As far as we consider alive to be.
Right.
But as far as what we got going on.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Not going there. We make movies about that stuff.
Yeah.
They communicate, but they don't talk.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, maybe your relationship with that thing is hard if you're always disrupting your own life. Is it hard to understand? Just everything is, I guess you just have a bunch of bad fruits. You're like, what, I have a bunch of bad fruits? It's like, because you're not living your life right. It's like, what have I been doing wrong? I've been just trying my hardest or like getting by or life's been hard on me. That's a hard sell. That's the hard post. That's not what I'm selling. Ain't nobody selling that. You know? It's like this thing about Jesus is so complex. It's like what to do and a relationship and where worship goes. It's like it gets deeper and deeper. But Brandon Lake, though, that guy got some good fruit.
That was tight.
That was super cool.
Tight moment.
It's the only thing that's like worthy, man.
I think so, because because you have to. You have to give it to something. Your obedience. What are you obedient to?
You're right.
You worship.
Yeah, you're hitting that. Yeah, wait, that seems so true to me. You're right. We have to give it to somewhere.
It has to go somewhere.
Yeah. So that's another recent way to look at the "He is worthy." Is like when we sing that or when you see that, what that means to you. You know, it's like your worship's going somewhere. It's like He is the worthy place for it. You know, because like yeah, who is anybody to say that they're worthy of your worship? That's a crazy thing. But we also subconsciously worship all the time,
All these religions.
right? Yeah, a prophet,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's always like. You're saying a lot. They'll kill you for that here, man. Like, you can't just be saying you're worthy of worship, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jesus ever, like, I think we said He is worthy. I'm not sure how many times He said, I am worthy of your worship, you know? I think He just performed miracles in
Yeah,
front
I
of
think
people.
he's just like a walking bucket. It's like, yo, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, that's just facts.
Beyond crazy, literally miraculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just true.
Yeah, you don't even really want necessarily worship as a father. You want it's like love.
Right.
You don't want your kids to like worship you per se. You want them to respect you and love you, and I guess respect and love, and then want to be a good person. I guess like to make you proud to a degree, but also just like because they are like a good person, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had this thought pop in my head that's like maybe worship is tied to like the fact that we need to have ideals. So sometimes like you would see like a movie star embody an energy, and then you would be like, "Oh, that's idealistic." Like I want to be like that guy, and that kind of will translate into like worship. Like you'll wear a jersey or put posters up on the wall, or like try to dress like that person, try to emulate that kind of behavior, energy, be that ideal. But I think that's just a byproduct of the fact that we operate in a place where there are ideals. Like we need ideals. We're all trying to figure out how to be.
What's the best way forward? What's the best direction to go in?
Because I had a super deep thought the other day. It was like notably, I was like, that's the kind of thoughts we should be thinking, dog.
Oh, we thinking thoughts.
You got out there. Like, people are not the representation of people that we see in like the media. Like, people are a different thing than how they're represented. And I think that people are like more vulnerable and more don't necessarily know what to do. Like, sometimes we expect people to like, when we watch a movie and somebody just is like John Wick, like shooting, killing everybody, and he knows what to do and he's hyper competent, like hardly anybody is just nobody, no person is really just like doing that every day. We're all kind of like trying to figure this out here and want to try our hardest, but also are dealing with the fact that like, you know, life is hard, I guess. And then, but more or less, like everyone's kind of vulnerable in that sense. So like, I think anybody who's like giving off confidence, like true confidence is kind of crazy. That's like, if you're really aware,
Prophetic.
yeah, dude. If you're really aware enough to be in a room and feel confident because you know all the context and the subtext of everything around you, and it's all going predictably in such a sense that you don't feel any vulnerability, and you're crushing, you know, like that's phenomenal. That's absurd. People, maybe we should respect people that have developed a true confidence because that's kind of crazy. But anyone who's trying to embody a confidence that they don't already have, like what are they? They're emulating something that they're not. And so I think that's what happens is we're vulnerable people, and then we take like opportunities to emulate things. Like we're trying to figure out how to be like, oh, that's kind of ideal. Let me like try to do that, you know? But more so it makes people, because I kind of expect people to be like in these archetypical roles or like who they claim to be or what their identity speaks of them. But then at the same time, people have a hard time just like fulfilling roles successfully day in and day out, or what that looks like for anybody, or if that's even how they're passing time. So that helped me conceptualize. So that's why I think people like rappers, because they're real like extra with that persona. Like the more extra you can be, the more sometimes these vulnerable people will be like, yeah, give me more ways to define my cool ideal or what swag looks like or like what I don't know, like movie stars too, like Tom Cruise jumping off of like the crazy stuff that they do in movies. Like, give me more ways to define what like a true good guy looks like. Like, make it absurd for me. I think sometimes we'll appreciate the absurdity of Tom Cruise jumping off a plane onto another plane and then like crash landing that plane and jumping out and getting the bad guy. Like, that's insane, bro. Nobody does that. Nobody's doing that in their life. Your life would never even be close to anything like that. But we watch it and we're like, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to be like that guy. Like some
James Bond.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't come down to that, but sometimes it's like because we're this thing that's trying to figure out how to be, sometimes just being really extra with it or taking it to like the highest levels of our imagination is fun for us. So I think that's why movies sell, or why people like certain artists, like, because it's a representation of like, oh, I feel like Amy Winehouse sometimes. And then when I listen to this song, like I get what she's saying. And then she also like gives me some kind of interpretation and a way to embody those feelings. How is she embodying those feelings? She says, no, no, no. And I'm like, I felt that, you know? Or
I felt that. That hit me deep. That hit me deep.
Yeah.
One word. Bars.
So
You
yeah,
feel it's the energy.
that's why people like it simple too. It's like, because they're just a vulnerable person trying to understand ideals and interpret things. So like, it's better to like explain the idea and then break it down super simply, help people understand it. Better show people pictures. They're vulnerable people. It's like, if you're teaching them, this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to be. This is how you do it. You'll do it. You can, the other thing is you can show them a picture by just like demonstrating and using better words. You can paint a picture in their mind. It's like, so yeah, because Nick Saban's like, use pictures. And I was like, you could use pictures up here too. In a place where you don't have pictures. You say, imagine this is happening and imagine that's happening. And then imagine you come across this problem. Like, how would you feel about that? What do you think we should do about that? And then you will like put the image in their mind and then they can prepare for it before they enter the battle place where the problem as a chaos demon will occur. And they'll have to like Aaron Burr it. Joey Burr it. Bury the hatchet in
Bury it.
Yeah, Aaron Burr's tough. I don't know where that came from. Shout out Founding Fathers. He's the guy that freaking shot the guy that's on the $5 bill. Who's that?
Hamilton?
Yeah. It's Alex. He's the guy that shot Alexander Hamilton. Sometimes you got to Aaron Burr it. But anyways,
oh no.
Paint a picture with your words.
Yes.
You can do that.
Yeah. It's like the virtual reality training that what's his name was doing, that quarterback for Washington. Jaden Daniels. Or Jaden Daniels.
You got it.
Yeah. Something like that, right? Yeah.
Yes, Jaden Daniels. Yeah, when he was at LSU, he was using VR headset.
He was in VR, Doug.
He was like the only, after he won the Heisman, then like 18 other programs bought the same software, or like the company that made that whole setup for them, they purchased it and got it installed in their programs because they were like, well, I'm doing something right. So, and then, yeah, I guess why it was better is because you see it before and you learn it before. Then you get in the moment and you're like prepared. You don't spend any time learning modeling. You already have a learning model you're executing. Yeah. So.
That's crazy. Going off. I forget where we started before that.
We were talking about, that was an idea about people are vulnerable and not exactly like you see in the movies. Like
Tom Cruising.
Even if you see a hot girl and hot girling in the movies, it's like, I think for girls, that's still hard to like embody what that means. Like if girls like want to be attractive or like embody whatever, I don't know, like desirable feminine energy. Because I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think about these things sometimes.
Yeah, facts, dog. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we see a confident, hot woman in a movie and we just like take that for granted. I'm like, I think that's like all of life is. If you could do that every day, like you'd be tripping on how cool life is. It's like really hard to, because it requires awareness. Like it's all about, are things going as you expected them to go? Then how do you have a model from your expectation? And so that's a lot of internal work, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be. And then new things, chaos happens, disrupts is your confidence truer than any possible chaos that could occur? Like, oh, I handle stuff. Like, it's fine. What's going on?
The faith.
Yeah, right. It's like, I don't handle anything, so I'm really good. You know what I'm saying? God handles everything for me.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's even truer confidence.
God confidence.
Welcome to the Godfidence pod.
Confidence. ain't tripping on nothing. It's hard to be there for real. Even Peter. Like the sermon he was talking about, when he was saying that, yeah, Peter got, I'd heard the Peter getting crucified upside down portion before. I think it was on West Huff. He mentioned it the first time I probably heard it on Joe. But then Pastor Ed tagged on, like, he was like, and his wife got crucified. He's like, don't deny him, more or less. I was like, yo, okay. That's Diffie Lube.
That's Diffie.
That's Diffie Lube obedience.
That's Diffie. Whew.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's as Christ-like as you can be and not be Christ.
Come on.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He was also literally crucified, not for being the king of the Jews, but for
Not denouncing Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Refusing to compromise the ideal. And I think that's kind of like what we're called to do, to being Christ-like.
I forget where. I think I may be hearing this from West Huff, but some sort of. I remember I have like a biblical informational tagline, just like stored away, but it was like oh, oh no, I was getting pushed off. God,
What, you were
confidence,
listening to West Huff?
Yeah, and
Biblical tagline?
I forget where it is in the Bible. I'm trying to remember what the phraseology was and where I was pointing to with that.
Yeah, if we can remember where we're pointing to, it might be a bridge. I can feel the mental image of what I was just talking about. It's like red. I can still just see it. Damn it. Your mind is such a thing.
I'm getting, or not dying for the lie, or like.
Being crucified upside down because you refuse to compromise the ideal.
All right, it was part of that, attached to that, because I think they were saying that you could like still like worship him, I guess, but you can't say that he like came back from the dead. I think was like the ultimate stipulation, or like one of the negotiational contract points.
It's funny because that's like what it hinges on today in today's doctrine. It's like, did Jesus really rise from the dead? Because none of your prophets crucified and rose from the dead. That's that would be it. If the resurrection is true.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Really did that, dude?
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
So getting them to deny that would be, they could pretty much sweep everything else under the carpet, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess Paul
saw... to die for that and let your wife die for that too? It's like, yo.
Paul saw resurrected Jesus on the way to Damascus. Is what happened? I think
I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was on his way to persecute Christians or something like that. Killing Christians. Paul, Damascus.
I don't know the story.
He saw Jesus, apparently. Or
resurrected
at
Jesus.
some point. Yeah, seeing that for real. Believing in that for real. To that extent of punishment or, consequence. Like, yo.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Yo.
No burden. His burden is light.
They're asking you to lie.
Yeah.
He's like, I won't lie. I won't do it.
That's heat.
That's heat.
That's heat.
That's heat.
Bam out of Bayou. That's heat. Tyler Harrell. I believe in that. I don't know if it doesn't always manifest, I think, as like compromise your tongue, but it does manifest as like compromise the ideal. And then there's times where, you got to identify the ideal and you got to surround yourself in a community of people that agree with what your ideals are. So that way you feel valid about how you feel.
Yeah, it's more predictable. A little more safe in that regard. A little more sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's like you get in a conversation with somebody who like knows what you're talking about, and then like you don't feel so crazy anymore, you know? Sometimes you get in church with everybody and it's like, we're all dealing with this, you know what I'm saying? And then we're like, if we all have the framework of the Bible, it's like, I am dealing with that. That is what's going on here. And he's like, okay, well, this is specifically probably for somebody, but everybody can draw from the thing that I'm talking about and then put it back into other places in their lives, you know? And that's kind of a crazy thing too. How we're all down to just listen to a scripture and a breakdown of a scripture and then take it and apply it into what we got going on. And we're all like, nice, cool, great, more scripture for my life. That is what we do. So I guess, I think just being around people where that's the framework can be like, it's important. It's important because you can get talked out of that being the framework unless you kind of know, like, no, I gather with like 3,000 people and we all agree this is the framework.
This is what we're doing here.
And then that's the context, is that this is kind of like a difficult thing sometimes for life itself, you know? So.
Yeah, I kind of trip out on that sometimes when I'm like leaving the parking lot. It's like, there's so many people here.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah. They do it like 20 Easter services.
Like 25.
There's so many people, dude.
42,000. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. My goodness. That's like bigger than a lot of towns.
Yeah, right?
San Antonio is huge, bro. There's over 1 million people here, man.
Yo, bro. Wemby be going off, man. The Spurs getting bucks.
Wemby's doing it. That boy transcending.
He nasty, dog.
San
Antonio's up, dog.
The previous record for San Antonio's rookie playoff debut was Tim Duncan with 32, and he broke
Timmy
that.
D.
That's just a metaphor right there. That's bigger than a record. That's like that's a foreshadowing.
He's like, okay, he's taking us somewhere.
Yeah.
He might be the one.
You make a Timmy D record, that's the one looking symptoms, you know?
He looks like the one. It could be our Neo.
Yeah.
Let's follow him. We're on you.
There's a couple of plays where he like freaking had like he's breaking off in a fast break from the rebound, takes it down court, and then ends up executing like a tight spin move through the lane, and then like it's a dunk finger roll, you know?
Some weird two-step, just like 7'6" looking.
Yeah.
Two-step kind of mini layup dunk from forever away.
He looks like
off a spin move.
Yeah, and it's a tight spin, dude. Like,
yeah.
Nobody's moving. I'm like, he's an alien. I get it.
Hitting corner threes. Fadeaway corner threes.
Throwing that leg out, just bang. Yo, yeah, he's crazy. He's not something you see every day. I want a Wemby shirt. I want the alien shirt.
Yeah, dude, the Spurs are dope. The Spurs are dope. I hope they make it far. I think the Spurs are going to be good. They have a young team, too. We took care of the boys. The Rooks.
Far.
The guy who dunked on Nikola Jokic, you're taking care of him.
Super far. Really cool.
That's crazy.
Dude, just don't even let it affect me, bro. That's how, I don't know. I don't know.
Manu Ginobili, bro. A legend. Legendary. You sold him a dry ribeye.
I hope he liked it. I don't even know if he liked it. He didn't eat all of it. He might hate me.
Look at this lion. Two-timing, double-faced.
I'm like, bro, if I were going out for my birthday, I would eat the same thing you just ate on a Tuesday. Like, I'm not lying to you, you know?
I promise.
Sit down and talk to me about it. The crazy thing that was, no, I mean, I don't want to.
That's crazy. It's cool.
Ginobili was.
Spurs are dope.
He just held the knife the whole time, the steak knife. He even asked me for a steak knife when I didn't have a steak knife, and he was just like playing with the steak knife, you know?
Interesting.
I was like, you seem lethal, dog. Like, I don't want to sell you a bad dish.
I'm a little nervous. The way you're holding that knife right now.
Oh, he's super cool though. So cool.
Nice gentleman.
But yeah, try not to let it, you know, we're just people. Or like, it's a cliche thing to say. They're not just people. But in the moment I try to believe that.
No, but yes.
Yes, but no, but yet. So that's the thing, is they are this vulnerable person who's just trying to get their life on like core fundamental level.
Yep.
That deserves grace and forgiveness for anything. But in this moment, they're just cool as hell. It's like, you're also fucking Manu Ginobili, you know? That is an overwhelming thing.
That's dope. Definitely probably the most famous person I've served like directly.
Yeah.
I take care of like directly like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's up there. Someone asked me that question the other day. And I don't even have a good answer. I forgot who I said. Oh, I think I said Keldon Johnson maybe. And then there was like Devin Vassell, you know, some NBA players. I was like, those guys are still out there hooping for the Spurs. But then I forgot about that time whenever they came in with the rookies and then Manu was there. I was like, oh, that was the one, I think. I think that was probably the one.
That was cool as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Put the sniper pew pew on that. You had Justin on that one, dude. That's a scary topic of discussion. Want to make sure it's nice. Or maybe we don't care.
Do we care?
Maybe your average is fine.
Do we care? How much do we care?
These are questions.
Do we care enough to do something about it?
The system requires care.
Or do we just let it out? Let it ride?
It's your system. Your system's like organizing these people's lives. The physiological response to their life like defines what they define meaning in. It's like the system is deeper than the system, bruv. It's got to make sense, bruv.
It's got to flourish. Okay?
It's fine.
It's got to flourish.
It's fine. Got a free gift today.
Flourish. What's up?
And my text said, you got a free gift today.
Hey, gifts.
Nice.
Nice.
Thanks, Fabletics. You have great marketing.
Give me that gift, boy. Gift wrap.
Yeah, man. It boils down to Jesus a lot. The Bible's sick.
It's so dope. It's so worth it, bro. I don't even know what's going on with that.
It's so deep. It's so multi-layered.
It's deep. I hope JBB comes back on some Jesus is King tour.
Man, that would be incredible.
That would be something.
That would be something, bro.
I want to hear his recount of the situation, of what he experienced during that time as far as his mental psyche, his recollection of that story, that chapter.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs more time to break it down. I'm sure he does.
Probably.
But what happened? I'm sure it's like a dream, almost dream-esque portion of life. or like super surreal and almost abstract. Where it's like, what is this? This is so different from regular life. It's like a dream almost in that sense.
When he's going through all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, imagine like having conquered like the money problem in such a way that you're
Talk to Satan. Did he talk to Satan?
right.
Because it's kind of more or less what I'm asking too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
Did you see him?
Like he didn't need to go to work to pay his bills. He probably didn't like he didn't need to bills weren't a thing. The average like running his system wasn't a thing. So he's just in a hospital bed, like detached from he's fine. All he has to do is recover. So that's also such a weird state of mind to even imagine, you know? Like we'd be thinking like my life is crashing down. It's like, no, that's fine. Like I'm crashing down, you know? It's scary.
Yeah. We'll talk to him.
Love to.
Let's see what he comes back from. What comes back all. I'm sure it'll be sometime soon. Hopefully. Or I guess, yeah, we'll watch that Michaela update. Stay up with him. But yeah, dude, that chapter 7 of that book, going nuts. Definitely a good chapter to listen to.
I'm into it. I'll check it out.
Going nuts, bro.
I'm gonna find a Nick Saban book.
He's just the man. Yes, dog. It'll be tight.
I know he's got some sheesh in there.
Yes, bro. Oh, dude, I get my tattoo on Wednesday.
Nice, dude. I was just thinking about that this weekend.
I haven't seen
it's gonna be coming up.
I haven't seen the sketch yet. I'll probably send it today or tomorrow. But the guy who did the back piece, this is a crazy story moment. Walked in, there was just a whole bunch of like crosses and Jesus merch, or you know what I'm saying, just Jesus all in the room. And I was just like, am I dreaming right now? This is came there to get like this Jesus piece tattoo. But yeah, same guy's doing this tattoo on Wednesday. A statue of David on the right arm. I'm sure I trust him. He's dope. He's good. And he's like, yeah, inspired by that. And I walked into there and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is all right. This is a good spot. Some good fruit here. This smells nice.
I love that.
Just a crazy
way to feel about
out of how many artists in the city of San Antonio, you know?
Yeah.
How many different things to look through or possible outcomes of the story to occur. But this is the outcome. And like I didn't go out of my way to set that up. And it's like, oh, this is you see those just like the Minnesota.
Yeah.
That was weird. Like that was a cool moment we captured on.
Yeah.
That was crazy talk.
Yeah, like confirming and affirming. Firming it up.
It's real firm. Yeah. It's a firm foundation.
Wow, that's firm.
Whoa. Tempur-Pedic, dog.
Yeah, we like that, you know? Right. Yeah.
You can lean on it.
And I can rock with it.
Yeah, dude.
Anything else in the world?
I guess, yeah, I just want to talk about the Nick Shirley thing and the Jordan Peterson thing. And this tattoo. Wemby going crazy. That was dope. You said dreams have been dope in your life lately.
So nuts. I'm multi-dimensionally becoming aware. Like sometimes it's like I'm in the narrative and then I'm like, oh, I'm in a dream. I need to hold on to this feeling. And sometimes it's like, oh, if I feel it too hard, I think I'll wake up. Like I got to really subtly. Like, don't forget, you're in a dream. This is all a dream. We're definitely dreaming. But that's a thought, but it's a feeling I hold, like a consciousness I'm holding. And sometimes that consciousness is slipping away, and I'm slipping back into the dream of just like being in the narrative, you know. But then like just the knowing,
beep booping,
yeah, beep booping for sure. But this like, it's weird because I don't feel it here. But this is part of the feeling of like I'm not there. Like that's what life is, and this is a dream. And then this is like I don't know, like I'm out of the matrix right now, you know? I don't know what to do with it yet, and I gotta protect it and hold it and not let it slip away from me, and like I gotta make a run for it at some point, you know? Like, I gotta
I can get out of here.
Yeah.
I can break out of here. I can do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that sometimes like that. Sometimes it's like I was just like half in, half out of sleep, and then I was like thinking to myself that whatever I was thinking was important, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't important at all. I'm just like asleep right now. And then I felt the dream push back and be like, no, these things are important. Like, you know, this is the narrative. And I'm like, no. Like, this isn't life. I'm asleep right now. And then I just like woke up and I was like, just opened my eyes and was like, oh, whew, yeah, I was right. This is life.
This is where the crazy stuff goes down.
Yeah.
I guess that the dreams are crazier.
Yeah, right.
Make less sense.
I think it's my brain's constantly trying to say like, oh, these things aren't important, or like all this emotional weight I'm feeling from all of the thinking about these things. I'm like, this isn't even real. Yeah.
It isn't real.
No, this
But
is
it is. To make you bust. But it's not. But it's definitely not. You know what I'm saying? But it is, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what do you do when you become lucid in your dream?
Yeah, or you'll have a bad dream. Like, oh, thank God. I was like, that's just a dream. I don't have to bear the weight of that negative consequence or bear the weight of that emotional state or whatever. Yeah, thank God that was just a dream. Okay. Whew, back to life.
Yeah. That is, it's nice that it's a playground and not like your actual life.
Mm-hmm. It's less permanent.
Yeah.
It changes too radically. It's too much chaos, not enough order.
Yeah. It's just like, what do you do? Yeah. The objective to do when you become lucid is so, it's like Fantasyland. It's like also the same thing with life. If you became like free of all constraint here, what would you do? You know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Go have fun, or a little bit of everything. Have some fun. Pursue the most worthy thing. Design my sacrifices to be the sacrifices I want to make. Get super into fitness. Stop working somewhere, you know? So I spend my time like just how I want to spend it, I guess, you know? But yeah, how do you translate that into a dream? Let's go to Las Vegas.
Right?
Yeah. Let's have fun. Because it's temporal too. Like I'll even know that my ability, like I'll wake up soon, you know? So I got to do something with this lucidity while I have it. But that feeling is so weird. That's just like, it's crazy. Almost every single night I'm feeling that feeling one way or another, which is like really apparent to me. This like, and it's like, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, oh, what is this thing that I'm feeling like? And then if you can just like break through, you're like, this is a dream, you know? It's weird. But it's super vivid, super like a movie going on for sure. And I'll wake up and be like, man, it's crazy. Go to sleep pre-feeling it before I'm feeling it.
It's just as real. The structure, there is structure, but it's not the same amount or type of structure that we got here. There's rules, but it's not as predictable. It's too much chaos. Yeah, it's just like we live in the optimum balance. That's I guess potentially like in Genesis was like what God's talking about, making the light or the void of which what we're making this stuff out of. That's like way too much void versus like the consciousness that is God. That it's too much. But there's definitely like that too much void energy. And in the subconscious, because you just be traversing from place to place. There's like parts of your dreams, like acts 1, 2, 3, 4, but like they're not sequenced together at all by any means most of the time. Sometimes you just like jump from place to place in your dreams. Like we were here doing this, and then I was over here doing this with these different people who live in this completely like it doesn't make any sense as like logical sense as to how they can get there.
Yeah.
The thing that we use to create logic or like structure, or this day-to-day thing that we got experiencing here, like that's like the matrix that this one's living in, but then that one's living in a different matrix, but it has a matrix, but it's just different than ours. It's a different recipe of God consciousness and organization and structure and masculine energy versus the chaotic void potential energy, feminine. It's a different, or maybe an inverse of but all that's a part of life.
Yeah.
And God's bigger than that. When we're bigger than that, but God's even, just the incomprehensible, the unimaginable, the miraculous.
Yeah, that thing is so multi-dimensional and layered too. It loves you. What does that mean? It's so complicated. But ultimately, it's like, you can trust that things are okay, or
your story will be beautiful.
Yeah.
If you just make the proper sacrifices. Or it'll at least justify the sacrifices you have to make.
It's such a beautiful sentiment. Doesn't want to take that with them.
Come on, man.
Take that with you.
Eat that fruit. We sign up for the peoples.
Yeah, love it.
Eat that good fruit. Produce that good fruit. Absolutely love everyone. Love yourself. Push forward. Keep going.
Yeah, I love that neighbor. I love that guy.
That's it. Love yourself. You're in there. You're in there.
I love you.
JBP, I love you. We'll see you all in a billion years. Peace.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might